Do you ever feel like getting healthy is a club you just can't join? Maybe you see people with perfect routines and think, I just don't have that kind of willpower. Maybe you're so overwhelmed with work and family that adding one more thing feels impossible. Or perhaps you've been there. You started a diet, a workout plan, only to burn out and revert back, feeling worse than when you started. Or perhaps you just want to learn and maintain ways to get healthier. Any of that sounds familiar, then you're in the right place. Now, what if I told you the problem wasn't your willpower, but the plan itself? What if you were trying to run a marathon before you could comfortably walk? What if the secret to lasting change isn't about grueling workouts and restrictive diets, but about tiny, almost effortless habits? This isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. This is the No-Willpower Health Plan, a guide to tiny habits that build a healthier life without the burnout. Forget 100%. Aim for 10% better. The golden rule is consistency over intensity. Doing one tiny thing most days is infinitely more powerful than doing everything perfectly for 1 week and burning out. Today, we'll focus on habits that take 30 seconds to 5 minutes. So easy, you can't say no. Throughout the video, we'll be exploring different tips, but don't be overwhelmed. The goal is to choose one out of these and apply it. Let's start with your morning. Before you even think about coffee, try these 3 things. 1. The glass of water first thing. Let's start with the glass of water. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated. We wake up and often reach for caffeine, which is a diuretic and can further dehydrate us. Drinking a full glass of water first thing does 3 critical things. It rehydrates your system on a cellular level, kickstarts your metabolism by activating your internal organs, and helps flush out toxins. Think of it as priming the engine of your body before you turn the key. It's the most fundamental act of self-care you can do, and it costs nothing. 2. Stretch like a cat. This 60-second stretch isn't about flexibility, it's about signaling. Overnight, fluid settles in your spinal discs and muscles can stiffen. When you gently stretch, reaching overhead, twisting your spine, touching your toes, you're doing 2 things. First, you're pumping fresh, oxygenated blood to your muscles, waking them up. Second, you're sending a signal to your nervous system that it's time to shift from a state of rest to a state of activity. It's a physical announcement that the day has begun. 3. Praise the sun, circadian rhythm. This 30-second habit of just standing by a window for 30 seconds, letting the natural sunlight hit your face, is arguably the most powerful for regulating your entire body's energy clock. Your eyes have special light-sensitive cells that aren't for vision, but for telling your brain what time it is. Morning sunlight, even on a cloudy day, is rich in blue light. This light signals your brain to fully suppress melatonin, the sleep hormone, and boost cortisol in a healthy, wake-up way. Doing this consistently anchors your circadian rhythm, leading to more alert days and deeper, more restorative sleep at night. It's like setting your internal watch to the correct time zone every single day. Now, let's keep that momentum going without disrupting your flow. 4. The post-meal walk. This isn't about burning calories. When you eat, your body diverts energy to digestion. A gentle 2 to 5 minute walk after a meal acts as a gentle massage for your digestive system. The muscle contractions in your legs help stimulate the muscles in your gut, promoting more efficient digestion and preventing that heavy, sluggish feeling. It also helps regulate blood sugar spikes by encouraging your muscles to use some of the glucose from your meal, which prevents the subsequent energy crash. 5. The sit-to-stand rule. For every hour you sit, stand up for just 1 to 2 minutes. Set a timer. Walk to get water. Just stand and stretch. Breaking the sedentary cycle is crucial for long-term health. 6. Posture check-ins. Set a random alarm. When it goes off, for 30 seconds, sit or stand up straight. Pull your shoulders back. This builds body awareness and prevents chronic pain. Poor posture isn't just about appearance. Slumping forward compresses your lungs, reducing oxygen intake, and puts strain on your neck and back muscles, leading to tension, headaches, and pain. The random alarm for a posture check isn't about sitting perfectly all day. That's impossible. It's about creating moments of awareness. By resetting your posture several times a day, you break the cycle of tension and train your body to default to a more neutral, efficient position over time. 7. Hydration hack: water bottle in sight. Thirst is often a late sign of dehydration. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already behind. Keeping a water bottle in your line of sight turns hydration from a conscious effort into a passive, subconscious habit. The visual cue triggers action. The rule of refill it immediately is key because an empty bottle is an out-of-sight, out-of-mind problem. This system ensures water is always available, making consistent hydration effortless. 8. The add, don't subtract rule. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful mindset shifts for nutrition: the add, don't subtract rule. Most diets start by telling you what you can't have. This immediately creates a feeling of restriction and deprivation. It makes you want the forbidden food even more, and it turns eating into a stressful game of willpower that most of us eventually lose. The add, don't subtract rule flips this entire dynamic on its head. Instead of focusing on cutting out the so-called bad foods, your only job is to focus on adding more of the good stuff first. The strategy is simple. Focus on adding one serving of something nutritious to every meal. Here's what that looks like in practice. Breakfast: instead of stressing about sugary cereal, just add a handful of berries or a sliced banana to your bowl. A lunch: when you make your sandwich, add a handful of spinach or some sliced cucumber. Dinner: when you serve up your pasta, add a side salad or mix some pre-chopped frozen vegetables into the sauce. Why does this work so well? 3 reasons. First, you're naturally crowding out the less nutrient-dense foods. If you add a large side of vegetables to your dinner plate, you'll naturally have less room for the heavier items. It happens automatically, without any sense of deprivation. Second, you're building a positive habit. You're focusing on an action you can take, adding something good, which feels empowering, instead of focusing on an action you can't take, which feels limiting. And third, by adding more whole foods like fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, you're giving your body more of the nutrients, vitamins, and fiber it needs. This helps stabilize your energy, keeps you fuller for longer, and can actually reduce cravings for less healthy options over time. The goal here isn't perfection, it's progression. Don't worry about what you shouldn't be eating. Just ask yourself one question at each meal. What can I add to make this more nourishing? Start there, and the rest will begin to fall into place. 9. Protein with every meal/snack. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient. It digests slower than carbohydrates, providing a steady release of energy. When you include a source of protein with a meal or snack, you're essentially putting a time-release cap on your blood sugar. This prevents the sharp spike and crash you get from eating carbs alone. The result? You stay full and satisfied for longer, your energy levels remain stable, and you're far less likely to experience cravings for quick energy junk food an hour later. 10. The 80% full rule. It takes about 20 minutes for your brain to receive the "I'm full" signal from your stomach. Most of us eat way past the point of comfort in that time gap. The 80% rule is about eating mindfully. The 20-second pause forces you to check in with your body's actual signals, not the speed of your eating or the fact that food is still on your plate. Stopping at comfortably full instead of stuffed reduces the digestive load on your body, prevents unnecessary calorie intake, and leaves you feeling light and energized after a meal, not sluggish. For your evening, wind down effectively. 11. Prep for tomorrow. Spend 2 minutes before bed laying out your clothes for the next day or packing your lunch bag. Morning stress spikes cortisol, which can throw off your entire day, increasing anxiety, cravings, and inflammation. Taking just 2 minutes at night to reduce decision-making in the morning is a profound act of self-care. It creates a calm, controlled start to the day, protecting your mental and metabolic health. It's a small investment of time that pays massive dividends in daily tranquility. 12. The tech curfew. Now, let's talk about the tech curfew. This might be the most important habit for your sleep and mental health. The blue light from our phones, tablets, and laptops tricks our brains into thinking it's still daytime. It suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. So even if you feel tired, your brain is still wired. That's why I call this a curfew. It's a non-negotiable boundary for your well-being. Here's how to make it easy. First, charge your phone outside the bedroom. This does two things. It removes the temptation to scroll in bed, and it turns your bedroom into a sanctuary for sleep and relaxation only. Second, about 30 to 60 minutes before you want to be asleep, stop looking at all screens. This is your wind-down window. The key is to have a plan for what to do instead. Maybe it's reading a physical book, listening to calm music, a short meditation, or simply talking with someone in your home. If the idea of 30 minutes feels like too much, start with just 10. The goal is to break the association between your bed and screen time. This single habit can dramatically improve your sleep quality, which in turn improves your energy, mood, and focus for the entire next day. 13. Gratitude or one good thing. This habit works by actively rewiring your brain's negativity bias, its tendency to remember threats and problems. By consciously searching for and focusing on one positive thing, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with positive thinking. Over time, this makes it easier for your brain to default to a state of calm and contentment, effectively reducing background stress and anxiety. It's like a workout for your optimism muscle. Now for the bonus mind tricks. The secret sauce to making this stick. 14. I'll just do one. These tricks bypass the resistance created by your prefrontal cortex, which sees big tasks as costly. The "I'll just do one" rule makes the starting cost so low that resistance is pointless. Once you start, the momentum often carries you forward. 15. Habit stacking. Pair a habit with a trigger. Attach a new habit to an existing one. This is called habit stacking. Example: after I pour my morning coffee, I will drink a glass of water. After I go to the bathroom, I will do 10 squats or calf raises. Habit stacking is powerful because it piggybacks a new, desired behavior onto an existing, automatic one. You're not relying on motivation. You're leveraging the neural pathways of a habit you already have. The cue for the existing habit, brushing teeth, pouring coffee, automatically becomes the cue for the new one, embedding it into your life in a simpler and easier way. 16. The 2 minutes rule. If a healthy task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Hang up your coat, wash that one dish, put your workout shoes by the door. This prevents small tasks from piling up and causing mental clutter. You don't need to do all of this at once. In fact, please don't. Just pick one habit, the one that feels easiest. Master it for a week or two at least before trying another one. True health is built not in a dramatic leap, but in small, consistent steps. What's the one habit you'll start with? Tell me in the comments below. If this no-willpower approach resonated with you, like and subscribe to The Grounded Growth for more simple, science-backed ways to build a healthier life. Thanks for watching. Remember, small steps, big changes.